WrestleMania 32 is going to have their hands full with NXT TakeOver from Dallas, because from top to bottom, matches to exhibitions to tag teams to submissions to knockouts to blood to brutality, you had it all. This was like a throwback, an old school event. It only picked up. It only intensified. It only got better. It only got bloodier. It only got brutal. Ladies and gentlemen, NXT TakeOver tonight. Let's run through the results. We have new NXT Tag Team Champions at the top of the show. The American Alphas come away the new champions in a match that I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars because there was a botch. But I didn't let that deter or take me away from the match as a whole, because it was still a hell of a way to get the crowd started. A good way to set the tone for the rest of the night. Then we had Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. My only gripe is I wish it could have went a tad longer. Nakamura comes away with the victory over Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn having nothing to be ashamed of. If you want full in-depth analysis of all these matches, go back in my previous videos before this one to check out my live commentaries of each match. But that match, 5 out of 5 stars. I can't tell you what was the match of the night because there were so many matches of the night. Up next, the NXT Women's title was on the line. I thought Bayley was going to come through. I thought Bayley was going to be able to overcome the odds, but not tonight. Asuka wins, but Bayley hung in there. She did not tap out. She did not give up. She did not say, I quit. She had to knock out. She had to pass out. There was nowhere else for her to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this match, Bayley gave it her all. She even matched move for move. She was able to stand the test of time. But in the end, Asuka was just so dangerous, so lethal, and so diabolical that Bayley could not keep up in the end. But Bayley showed what a courageous champion she is. I don't think we've heard the last of Bayley, but great match, 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it was the NXT World title. Samoa Joe was bloody. He was beaten. He was destroying, okay? He was bleeding within the first minute. And damn it, those damn officials and refs and EMTs coming in the ring, trying to close up the wound, trying to close up the cut of Samoa Joe. This was a great match, but it kind of took away from it because the officials kept coming in the ring. They kept on interrupting. This isn't UFC. This isn't boxing. This is WWE. Samoa Joe kept going and going, but then Samoa Joe kept bleeding and bleeding. But Finn Balor would take advantage of that bleeding, and he would go right to work. And at the end, the coup de grace, Samoa Joe on the mat. Finn Balor comes off the top rope, hits the maneuver, but then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Samoa Joe gets in his submission hold. It looks like Finn Balor's going to tap out, and then a few seconds later, Finn Balor is still the NXT champion, much to my surprise. And some people thought that Samoa Joe was walking out of here NXT champion. But ladies and gentlemen, this event had everything. It had the highs. It had the dives. It had the antics. It had the entertainment factor. It had everything that makes a WWE show what it is. This is exactly the example. This is exactly the intensity. This is the feeling that you want to get when you watch a show. So this is the results. And you know what? You know, looking at it, about 5-6 matches here tonight. I gotta say, if WrestleMania is going to have a lot more than 5 matches. WrestleMania is going to run, 5, 6 hours, 7 hours. I wish NXT TakeOver would have lasted the whole damn night. I wish this event would have never ended. That's how good it was. Don't take my word for it. It has to be seen to be believed. Now, was it the best TakeOver of all time? That's questionable, but it is definitely more than worth a watch. You could be watching this over and over again and never get sick and tired of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, on a night where we come out with 2 new champions, but a surprise in the end where Samoa Joe doesn't come away with the win. And Samoa Joe, even though he was a bloody mess, he kept fighting. That shows you the guts and the determination of Samoa Joe. And once again, I was blown away by this contest. I mean, the blood, the ferociousness. Samoa Joe loved it, though. Samoa Joe was taking it in. But, of course, the referees and PG, they had to be very safe with this. I understand that, his eyesight was being impaired. But for the love of God, the NXT title's on the line. You got to lay it all on the line. You got to do whatever you can do to come away with the win. But I guess these officials and referees just don't understand that. So that match, I said 5 out of 5 stars. Maybe I should say 4.5 out of 5 stars. Just for the simple fact that those damn officials had to come in and ruin what was a hell of a good match. But in the end, the referees, gave a little bit of leeway. They cut them some slack, so that was a good thing. But ladies and gentlemen, no, all in all, this was a great, great card. It was a great event. and it was a great night to sit back and say, I'm glad to be a wrestling fan, even if it's just of the NXT brand. If you like, share, and subscribe my videos on Facebook and Twitter, all over social media, I will be giving you full review, results, and commentary, match by match, not only of what I did tonight for NXT, but for WrestleMania. All WrestleMania coverage all weekend long, news, rumors, headlines, previews, predictions, and reviews. You're not going to want to miss it. What an event, what a takeover, and Dallas is here to kick you in the you-know-what. Subscribe. An event out of 10 stars, I got to give it 7.5 out of 10 stars. Subscribe.